Today we're talking about your enthusiasm for life. Doesn't that sound like a fun topic? It doesn't matter where you are and how much you have. I think most of us would enjoy a little more. I remember one day my 12-year-old referred to me as a fun sucker, and I do believe that path to seriousness and sucking the fun out of our day to day is common with a lot of adults with a lot of responsibilities. We've been trained by many of our cultures to take life too seriously. And yes, we have responsibility and we don't want to slough that off. I'll talk a little bit more about that in future videos. We can't ignore our responsibilities, but it is our choice whether we have fun while we're leaning in and being responsible adults. So let's talk about it. So we have many, many choices in life that we don't actively recognize. It becomes habitual, the way we operate, whether you're a fun sucker or not, whether you are just stressed and in overload and trying so hard to keep all the pieces and balls in the air. If you don't know me, I was a working professional mother with 4 children, one with a significant disability, and a caregiver to my aging father as well at one point. I had a lot in my younger days of balls to juggle, a lot of responsibility that I took very seriously, a lot of people relying on me. So don't ever beat yourself up if that's where you've gotten. I'm trying to share a little 2020 hindsight wisdom because it was always a choice. That level of seriousness in the journey is always a choice. And we can, I'm sure you've heard it before, but are you applying it? We can have joy in the journey. We are meant, it is God's will for us to enjoy our lives, to embrace all of the fun while we're being responsible adults and doing what we need to do. See, that's an important point I want to highlight there. It doesn't matter what you're doing. To have enthusiasm for life and enjoy doing it. You can be responsible and doing what your boss expects or your family needs or whatever it is you deem you should be doing, and you can still be enthusiastic and love every minute of the journey. Now, I know that may seem like a bit of a stretch, so let's just start with little parts of it that you don't enjoy. I have an exercise to challenge you. I invite you to think about one of your least favorite things. For me, doing my taxes comes to mind, which is really silly because it doesn't take nearly that much time once I get going on it. And it is important for us all, if you are in a country where you pay taxes, to remember where those taxes are going. And if you're paying more than you want, it's probably because you had more income than typical, which is a blessing. But it doesn't matter. I'm not here to talk about taxes. But whatever it is you don't delight in, maybe it's taking your child to their doctor's appointment or a conversation with their teacher or their principal when they're acting up a little bit. Maybe that's it. How can you change your perspective to have joy in that? Isn't it amazing those professionals are willing to reach out and have a conversation with you? Isn't it amazing your child has that inquisitive, beautiful little brain and enthusiasm for life, which we'll talk about that. Adults do try and stamp that out. We want to encourage that enthusiasm and delight in children. So isn't that a wonderful thing that you have an exceptional child who's inquisitive and rocking the boat a little bit? You don't want them to rock it too much, but you do want to encourage them to be who they were meant to be, that unique little gift to humanity that they were meant to be. You could find enjoyment and enthusiasm in that while you are trying to calm the teacher down and encourage your child to not give them a hard time, of course. Of course. So you get the idea. There's things every day, day in and day out, that we don't enjoy. Maybe it's cooking dinner for your family. because it's tedious and you have to do it, it's very typical for people not to enjoy that process. But you know what? Isn't it amazing that you have a family to cook for? Isn't it amazing that you're able to afford those groceries, one way or the other, to acquire those groceries, to be able to cook for them and make the time, even though you may feel pressured, to make them a nutritious meal, or whatever it is you're doing? Anytime you're feeling pressured or stressed or unhappy about what's going on, stop, pause, think about it. How amazing is it that you get to do this thing, whatever it is? And how and where can you turn that thinking around to find enthusiasm and joy in living the life that's such a gift? Having you here is a gift to the planet. Enjoy it. Find joy in those mundane, nonsensical moments that a child would delight in, and we lose sight of that as an adult. All those little things. Maybe it's singing and dancing and I don't know, whatever you are able to find joy in. Find it in the little things. The sunlight streaming in through the window, or the warmth coming from your heater if you're in a cold location like I am right now. Whatever it is, find joy. Yes, a gratitude practice can help more because you don't have to be in gratitude in that emotional feeling in order to find joy, but it's teaching you a habit that helps. So by all means, if you have or would like to develop a gratitude practice, that will help you find more joy in life. But it's not the only way. Whatever you do, remember you are a special, special person and gift to this planet, and you are meant to enjoy the journey. That is God's will for you. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video.